Hello, Pile One. Welcome to your reading. We are back with another pick a card, you guys. Okay, so we're looking into who will you marry? All right, who's this future spouse of yours? We're going to tap into their personality, get a feel for who they are. Okay, who they are. We're just going to pretty much open up the channel and allow your person's energy to come through and just, get a feel. All right, get a feel for them. So just keep in mind, you guys, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you are interested in booking a personal reading of this kind, okay, a future spouse reading, check the description box below. I have a couple of them available. They're $25. I email them to you. Okay, a very fun experience. People love them. One of my most popular readings. Anyway, so let's tap into this. If you chose the Rainbow Moonstone, we're going to pop that bad boy over there. And your person's overall energy. So we've got the new moon, all right? All about fresh new starts. First phase is looking ahead, paying attention to new people, opportunities, experiences that the universe, your person feels very extroverted. Their energy feels, and then we also have your guides are helping you. Your guides are helping you in all as well. Okay. They feel very driven, very motivated. With the new moon being all about new opportunities and stuff, I really feel I'm picking up a lot of fire and earth. Okay. They could be dominant in one or and the other. I'm picking up on a lot of fiery passion. There's this feeling though, and I'm not really quite sure if they know where it's coming from, but they are very divinely guided. They are sent here with some kind of a mission, and they have been blessed with both the energetic resources and the monetary, the financial resources, blessings in that area. They are naturally gifted in the area of energy and business and finances. Okay, they just have a natural inclination, a natural gift and blessing for being able to grow their nest egg. Okay, whatever that means. All right, I am picking up they're very responsible, very on point with their goals. I'm hearing that whatever they put their mind to, they achieve. Okay, very much a people person. They're very popular. Not that that's not necessarily important to your person. They're not like a people pleaser or anything like that. It's just they're naturally charismatic. I'm picking up on King of Wands energy and King of Pentacles energy. Okay, kind of a really nice balance between those two. People are just naturally drawn to this person, both in business and in like personal life, in terms of like friendships. Okay, your future spouse makes friends very easily, and I feel like your future spouse is also a business person. I'm picking up boss vibes from them. If they don't own their own business, they're definitely higher up, okay, in the business echelon, I guess you can call it. All right, so we're gonna leave these here, and I do love with your guides are helping you in all as well. This person just they don't worry about much. They have this natural inclination where it's just like, even if challenges come up, your person has this natural ability to let go and quote unquote let God. And things just, I feel like things just naturally work out in their favor because they're able to do that. Okay. I do like their energy. I really, really do. All right, let's get some more. Let's get 3 cards from this deck for Pile One's future spouse. Pile One's future spouse. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself, Pile One's future spouse. You know what? I'm also hearing they don't really like to talk about themselves. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they're definitely not conceited, although I do feel like their energy feels very attractive. I don't know if like looks wise, you know, they may be physically very attractive, but your person's energy feels very humble. Okay, they would much more rather talk about you and what sets your soul on fire, but we're here to find out about them. All right, tell me about yourself, pile one's future spouse. Okay, we have Seahorse Spirit with Watch and Wait. Elephant Spirit with Learn from the Past. And then we also have Buffalo Spirit with The Abundant Universe Will Provide. Yes. And I'm picking up on Magician energy with them too as well. Yeah, your person's a very powerful manifester, pile one. Okay. Like I said, they have no issue going for what they want, and whatever it is they put their mind to, it's very easy for them to manifest. Okay. With Watch and Wait, Learn from the Past, and The Abundant Universe Provides, really gives me that energy where they're very comfortable with setting intentions. They're just naturally gifted in the realm of manifesting. They are a very powerful manifester. They don't worry about how things, they have an end goal in mind. And when they hit a roadblock, they don't sit and wonder and worry about how they're going to make it past. They know there's a certain point where they need to release the how, and then, you know, they'll just go about doing other things, and then they just have this faith that the answer or the solution is going to show up, and sure enough, it always does. Okay, always does. And this is a very innate, this is something that's very inherent within them. It comes naturally to them. I don't really feel, they may have studied like maybe manifestation, maybe a little bit, but I am picking up the energy that this is just something your person is naturally gifted with. Like, they've been doing this since they were little. Okay. Maybe their parents were kind of into like the law of attraction or the law of assumption or something, but I am picking up like they've been manifesting since they were little. Okay, this is something that's very, very inherent within them. They were born with this natural gift. All right, I like it. All right, for pile. Now, this particular tarot deck, you guys, does not include reversal. So if a reversal pops up, I'm just going to put it in the upright position, okay? There's another one with the Two of Wands, talks about watching and waiting. The Two of Wands is also something where you're in the planning stages. You're kind of like in the research and development part of it. You are seeing what resources you have, you know what I mean? It says, I focus on what I want and make it happen. Yes, your person's, like I said, they are a very powerful manifester. Pile ones. Tell me about yourself. A lot of yellow solar plexus energy coming through. Page of Wands. I am always open to good news. Let's get one more. So your person may very well be very dominant in fire, because I am seeing a lot of fire coming out here. Haven't seen any pentacle energy come out yet, but I am picking up on that energy with your person. Okay. Let's get one more card. And we got the Nine of Swords with Trust the Present Moment. Okay. So your person, your future spouse does not let much get them down. They just don't. Okay. They have a very sunny disposition. They have a very, they're just naturally, they have an optimistic outlook on things. And it doesn't matter what is happening in their life. They almost have this outlook that, you know, there's always a mess, you know, there's always a message in the mess, right? And there's always, you know, a lesson. If anything fails, they don't take it as a failure, they take it as a lesson of sorts. Yeah, learning from the past, trusting in the present moment. Just as a person in general, pile one, your future spouse really is just the kind of person, you know, most people aspire to be. Their energy feels very light. I'll even, for some of you, it's like they feel, their energy feels very bubbly. But I am hearing very grounded, though. They're still very grounded. So there definitely is some earth type energy in there, okay? So there is some grounding energy coming through in, you know, for them. Pile ones. More about yourself. Oh, and they're wanting me to make sure that, to let you know, it's not false optimism, and it's not something where it's like whenever they, you know, I mean, they respect challenges. It's not that they avoid them, or, you know, when they come up, it's like this avoidance type of thing. No, they see challenges and obstacles for what they are, okay? You know, they deal with challenges in a very healthy way. They don't, you know, let challenges or disagreements or, you know, difficult times, they don't let those things derail them in any way. And they just have a really good way of looking at things like that, okay? Let's find out about what some of their, you know, if there are any, what do we want to call them? What might be some challenges to this, you know, to this relationship with them? How might they be challenging, or what challenging traits do they have to, you know, will they present with? Because not everybody's perfect, although this, you know, person's energy feels for the most part somebody that's very easy to be around, easily entertained. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. See, there's a lot of sword energy coming out. Let's get a couple more cards out first before I complete this thought. I will say, people may perceive this person to be, I'm hearing braggadocious, possibly arrogant, maybe even full of themselves. We also have reckless here, daredevil, overly confident, loud, show off. I said braggadocious. But there is this energy here that this is not so much because that's how they are. This is how people perceive them to be. Like, your person is just full of passion. Full of passion. And so when they see something that sets their soul on fire, they want to share that with other people because they are hoping that it will also set other people's souls on fire. It's just that sometimes, you know, we can come up against different egos where, you know, rather than set that soul on fire, it intimidates that person, right? And so rather than feeling uplifted by this person's passion about maybe something they're doing, something they're working towards, something that, you know, they are feeling, for instance, let's say, like, you know, your person is, I don't know, maybe they're getting into the real estate market or something, or maybe they're, you know, looking at RVs or boats or something, and they're just getting really, really excited, you know, about the process and the prospect of, doing something like that. And so they have this hope and this burning desire, and it sets and lights their soul on fire. And so they want to share that process and that passion with, their friends, their coworkers, their family, and stuff like that. And some people enjoy that because, those people who do not feel intimidated by things like that, by big dreamers, or, because basically what happens is this person is either going to fan the flames of someone who is naturally a dream builder, or they're going to intimidate people who have very small minds, okay? And so the people with the small minds are going to be looking at this person as if they're bragging. Why are you telling me about, this apartment complex you're getting ready to buy? It's like they're looking at it from a completely different perspective. They're looking at your person as if they're bragging, when really what your person is trying to do is get that person excited about the possibility of them also buying an apartment building for an investment property. You see what I'm saying? What else? What else do we have? And they are very impulsive. They do agree on that. It's like they are very impulsive. They are not averse to like taking risks. But like I said, with their guides helping them and all as well, I just feel like your person's naturally lucky. Like they may take risks, right? And most of the time they work out in their favor. And I'm telling you, this is something too. I think a lot of people, while they are very popular, I feel there are also a lot of people that are very envious and jealous of your person, okay? That is definitely going to be a downfall. So I think one of the things your person is going to have to learn, pile one, is to, read the room. Know who you're talking to. If you're talking to somebody that has a very pessimistic outlook on life, and they don't see, they see more problems than they do opportunities, then, that's not the kind of person that you want to, talk big dreams with. You know what I mean? Your person can tend to be very oblivious to, the energy in the room. Well, yeah. Let's get a couple more cards from this deck, please, regarding your person's challenges that they may present with. We got the Nine of Pentacles. Finally got some earth energy coming out. Yeah, your person is most of you, your person, okay, all of you who have picked pile one, your person is very financially set in some way. A lot of you, your person is like wealthy, okay, very wealthy. They may be seen as like what do they call that? A forever or perpetual bachelor or bachelorette. It's like they're always, the most eligible bachelor or bachelorette. Forever single, right? Like hard to, not that they're afraid of commitment, but there's just, I feel like there's this idea that this overall synopsis that, from the public or from people who know your future spouse, that they're going to be hard. This is literally the phrasing that's coming out is they're hard to nail down in terms of commitment. Okay, so they may have had an extensive dating life, and maybe a lot of they may have had maybe one or two semi long-term relationships. They may have been married before, but I'm really picking up on this energy where it's almost like they're a lifelong bachelor or bachelorette. They're hard to nail down, okay? So people are going to be very surprised when they come up being engaged, okay? Not just engaged, but, getting married. They're like, they never thought that day would come. because they've just been happily single, you know, for so long. And like they just haven't been in a rush to go down that route. Let's get one more for pile. And then we got the Six of Cups in reverse, letting go of the past, focusing on the future. Okay, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, we're dealing with other people's egos here, because it says here that your person does learn from the past, okay? So I think there's this idea with your person that they move on too fast, okay? Especially when it comes, I think, to relationships. There's just this idea when it comes to your future spouse that they're just really hard to nail down, and once something ends, they're just done, okay? But it says here, letting go of the past, focusing on the future, maturity, growing up, and leaving home. And with this being what other people perceive to be as challenges, like that your person presents with, it's this feeling of, what is that? Not setting down roots, being ungrounded, kind of, you know, yeah, like juggling. I'm not picking up on this energy that your person's manipulative, that, you know, I don't pick up on that energy, but there is this idea that they are kind of like this serial dater, okay? Yeah, like they're just really hard to nail down in terms of a commitment. Okay, what we're going to do, you guys, we're going to clear this off real quick because I'm going to start getting into some messages to you from them. Before we call it, before we end the reading. Let's see. We'll do a couple things. We are going to get messages from them to you, and then we're going to see how are they going to be as, you know, your romantic partner. Like, you know, how are they going to show up as a romantic partner? Let's get some messages for pile one, please. We do have past life out here. It says their soul recognizes your soul. See, that's the thing. I think that's what they've been looking for. Your person does not settle. They don't settle. And so there's always, there's this knowing, especially with your guides are helping you and all is well. There's this feeling, this knowing. It's like they know what they're looking for. There's a feeling that they're wanting to capture, and they know, well, and there's also this kind of like this promise to themselves. Okay, so for the vast majority of you, I don't feel like your person has been married before, because they've carried forth this idea that when I get married, I'm only doing it once and it's forever. So they have been very, like, when they date on, you know, they date on purpose. I don't feel like your person is misleading in any way. This is why I feel like they may have had shorter relationships, like, you know, because when they find out that that's not the energy I'm looking for, you know, they don't string people along, they just end it. Okay, so that has kind of given them maybe the reputation of, you know, being a playboy or a playgirl or whatever, and they're really not. They're just, you know, they're very respectful of, you know, whomever they're dating, and it's like they're not gonna waste their time or the other person's time because they know what they're looking for. Okay. Okay, then we also have the fight, and then we got stuck in a loop. So we got past life with their soul recognizes your soul from the moment they met you. They knew you were the one they've been waiting for. We also have the fight with their inner warriors being activated. They're getting ready to fight for you and overcome their fears of love. We also have stuck in a loop with the pattern has become familiar to them, and they are wanting to break free from the same. Okay, so basically it's like they're tired. I actually do think to some degree they are manifesting in this connection on their end as well. I don't think there is a fear of love here. There's not necessarily a fear of commitment. The only fear that there may be is like, where are you? You know, where are you? There's this desire where it's like, okay, you know, being single and dating around is starting to get old. Okay. And they do feel like they keep kind of going around in circles with the same type of people. And they're like, where is, where's pile one? Where is my pile one at? Where are they at? Okay. When they meet you, there is going to be this instant knowing, and they are going to chase you in like they've ever chased anybody in their life. Okay. You're going to activate that. Something within them is going to, like a switch is going to turn on. I don't know if it's going to happen right away. It does say the moment they meet you, so there's going to be like an instant recognition, okay? And there's just going to be this inner knowing within them, like I finally found my person. I finally found pile one. I finally found him, okay? That is so sweet. That is so sweet. Let's see, what else are we going to do? Oh, yeah. Last thing we're going to do, you guys, before we wrap up the reading, we're going to see how are they going to show up in this connection with you, this marriage with you. How are you going to show up? How is pile one going to experience you as their spouse? How's pile one going to experience you as their spouse? I keep hearing picky. They're picky. Picky, 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 picky. And why is unrequited love here? How is pile one going to experience you as a romantic or as a spouse? Oh, okay. Hold on, let's get some more cards, though. Let's finish this up let's get a couple more cards. Why is unrequited love here? You guys, I feel like, and this may require some, they're wanting me to stop and address this, okay? There may be some healing that needs to be done on your part, pile one, okay? Because I feel like you're going to get used to a certain kind of dynamic in the very beginning where, they're constantly pursuing you, constantly chasing you. You know how it can often be in the very beginning. It's like you're going to get used to them showing up a certain type of way. And then, over time, that intense energy will kind of start to even out, not flatten, but even out, okay? And you are going to worry that, like, say, maybe they're not texting you constantly throughout the day anymore. Like maybe in the very beginning, I'm hearing like it's like a flash in the pan, right? Like in the very beginning, like I said, they're feeling so excited because finally they've met the one that they've been waiting for, right? And so their energy it's going to feel like envelops you completely. So you're going to occupy a lot of their mental and emotional energy in the very beginning. And I'm also hearing that this isn't necessarily a good thing for them because this may actually affect the quality of the work that they do, because you're just going to be on their mind 24/7 and they're just going to require and need your presence, at least in the very beginning. But I am hearing like that energy is going to not taper off, but like I said, even out, okay, to where it's not, it's not going to be needy and clingy type of energy. It's like, you start to fit into the world in a way that works for both of you, okay? So in the very beginning, it may be like they're constantly texting you, it's like they need to see you like in person every single day. And you know, you may actually be the one in the very beginning that's like, we need to kind of slow things down a little bit, you know what I mean? Because it's that intense. It's just, this person is so excited about you. And then after some time, it's like all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, you know, you guys are still seeing each other on a regular basis and communicating on a regular basis. But, you know, rather than responding to your text right away, because, you know, they're looking at their phone looking for, you know, communication from you, they get back to, you know, their work, you know, the life they had before. And now instead of like texting you immediately back, it may take them a few hours before they text you because they're busy doing other things. And so that's this is them letting you know. It's not that the spark has been lost. It's just like the passion is now evened out, and it's, what do they call that? It's not a slow burn. It's a steady burn, okay? Where before it was like a flash in a pan, and it was kind of like, you know, when you first set fire to something that has gasoline in it, it just, you know, real quick, it just flashes, you know, it can be even a small explosion, and then it settles down into a nice, calm, medium burn, okay? That's what it's like. Yeah, see, they're never gonna lose their attraction for you, okay? But in the very beginning, they are going to feel like, you know, they can't get enough of you. Starting fresh, new chapter, clean slate, starting over. Yeah, so there may be a time in the very beginning, pile one, where you may be a little bit, you may worry like, oh my gosh, you know, does this mean that, you know, I'm just going to be another, you know, person in their book or whatever, because they're not, you know. Here's the thing, it's like, I do feel they are definitely going to stay in contact with you. I don't feel like they're going to leave your messages on read for days on end. I don't think it's going to be like that, but you are going to experience kind of a tapering off of energy where it's not going to be immediate responses to texts. It's not going to be, you know, maybe it's not going to be where they're seeing you every single day or multiple times a day or anything like that. They may even be like in the very beginning, if they come on very, very strong, they may in the very beginning be like, oh, let's, you know, like within the first 3 months, like, let's move in together, and then realize like, whoa, I'm taking things way too fast, and then they want to kind of put the brakes on just a little bit. It's, you know what I mean? And so there may be a time when they do kind of backtrack on something, but that's just them realizing they're being irresponsible. It's like, wait a minute, you know, they're realizing like, I'm coming on too strong. I'm trying to move this too fast. I want to do this the right way. That kind of energy, okay? And then there's going to be this energy of like starting fresh, but from a more balanced perspective, okay? Because in the very beginning, they are just going to be like overly, it's almost going to, they're going to kind of feel a little bit obsessive towards you, okay? Let's get one more card here. How is pile one going to experience this connection with you, this marriage with you? Because this is your future spouse, okay? This person is, they do end up marrying you. You guys do end up moving in together, starting a family if that's what you want. You know, I'm even hearing you guys may even travel quite a bit together. Sparks, see? Yeah, so, I mean, it starts off like very hot and heavy, very strong, very explosive, and then things start to kind of even out, but the spark never dies, okay? It may go from being like a flash in the pan, like a real quick explosion, and then it evens out to a nice, I don't want to say slow, but a nice steady burn, okay? But the sparks are always going to be there. The chemistry is always going to be there. And it's like you're going to settle into this, this very comfortable, healthy relational dynamic with your person. All right, you guys, we're going to end the reading there. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please do me a favor. Definitely make sure you smash that like button. It helps Keep the videos in the algorithm, if you know what I mean, as far as YouTube's concerned. Definitely be sure to comment below. Let me know what you thought, what pile you picked, all that good stuff. And share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. I will see you in your next reading, pile 1. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. We are back with another pick a card here, and we are looking into who it is you're going to be marrying, okay? We're just going to open the channel for your future spouse's energy to come through, get a feeling for their energy, how they might present themselves. We are going to be tapping into like maybe some of their less desirable traits, because nobody's perfect, right? And then we're also going to get some messages from them to you, and get some information or some insight on how you will be experiencing them as a spouse, okay? So keep in mind, you guys, this is a general reading. Please take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. And if you're interested in booking a personal future spouse reading, they're only $25. There's a couple of them available. Just check the description box below for booking details. They are emailed to you, okay? Like as in text. It's not like a video that I record and then email it to you. No, it's an email, okay? All right, that's a very fun reading, you guys. It's one of my most popular. Let's go ahead and get going on your spouse. So you picked the blue lace agate. And then your person's overall energy. Ooh, we got blue moon. We got once in a lifetime opportunity. The impossible is possible. Something so rare you'd be lucky. Don't miss your chance. Right away, I'm hearing that your future spouse is exactly what you wanted. So I don't know if you are purposefully, like if you're scripting, or you know, you're employing manifestation techniques, like, you know, if you've written out a list of who you want this person to be. But it's like this energy of once in a blue moon. It's like this person is exactly as you imagined your perfect ideal partner to be. Okay, I'm not saying they are perfect as a person, but they, like, it, you know, I can see somebody scripting and writing down what they want in terms of like a future spouse, and this person's like check, 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 check. Okay, and there's this overall energy with their personality, with just who they are as a person. It's like a person like this comes around only once in a blue moon, which is not often at all. Actually, I think blue moons every couple of years, I think. But there's this overall feeling with a blue moon where they're rare. Okay, it's not a very regularly occurring astrological event. So that really kind of is, you know, how people feel when it comes to your, you know, the person that you're going to marry. They just see your person as like, you don't come across someone like this. They don't make them like that anymore. That kind of energy, right? Which is really cool. It's really sweet. All right, let's get some more information about your person you're going to marry. Who are you going to marry? Tell me more about yourself, pile 2. Oh, that's, no, it's too many. Tell me more about yourself, pile 2. I am picking up your person does not like to talk about themselves too much. It's all right, though. We'll get them open. They may be an earth sign. Not an earth sign. I did say earth, so take that, okay? I was going to say air. So earth and or air sign may be active in their chart somewhere. I'm not picking up that they are closed off emotionally. I just feel like they may be a little bit more private. They're private, okay? Yeah. Here, this wanted to come out. We got a coyote spirit with trust in divine detours. I'm feeling like something happened in your person's life where it took them completely by surprise. I feel like there was a set path. They had something planned. This was the way that it was going to be, and something happened, and that path got detoured. And it's that detour, whatever happened, is what's leading you and this person together. This could also be you, like the two of you could be mirroring each other. Like maybe you had, you had your life figured out, you had it all planned, and you were going down that path, and you were crossing milestones and doing this and doing that, and something happened, and you got diverted onto a different path, and it's just this energy of that had to happen for the two of you guys to come together, whatever that is. I don't know if maybe you had, maybe a childhood dream of going to like a specific school or a specific country or something. Something happened where I feel like a door was shut or a door was closed, an opportunity was taken away or something that forced you to go down a different path. And now it's like, yeah. But I feel like this is the same for them as well. Just like I said, take what resonates, okay? Let's get a couple more cards from this deck, please. That may be a lot of the reasons why your future spouse may tend to be a little bit more private about their stuff. It's because it's like they had this experience where it's like everybody, knew what their life plan was. I mean, even hearing their life path, and something happened, and it was just kind of like, it was the detour itself was a lot for them to handle, and then to have to go and explain to everybody what happened, added to that discomfort. I'm hearing for some even misery. Okay, let's get some more for pile 2. Yeah, your person does not. They are not they don't like to talk about themselves too much. There's Buffalo Spirit and Bobcat. Okay, the abundant universe will provide. We've got life is a mystery. I just heard that at the very beginning of that Madonna song, like a prayer, that song, like a prayer, life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name and you feel like home. There you go. Okay. Life is a mystery. The very first, verse in that song by, I think it's called Like a Prayer. Okay. And that's the very first verse, life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name and it feels like home. Okay. And they're not too happy about this detour at all, but they do understand and realize there's a reason for that detour, right? And I am hearing also something about this detour and this new path does feel more like home to them. And I'm not really quite sure if they figured out it's because you are on that path where you would not have been on the path before. But they have this inner knowing that there's a reason for this. Okay, they may be very spiritual, you guys. I keep hearing Scorpio. Okay, they may have Scorpio placements. They may also have Aquarius placements. I am picking up on Mars kind of energy, but also very private. And I know that Mars isn't known to be, I guess Saturn would be more for like Aquarius, but I'll just say Scorpio and Aquarius is really coming through, but more so Scorpio keeps wanting to pop up. It's just this energy that your person is very, very private, but also they have this inner knowing that, yeah, I had my life planned up. I had it, they had it set up, like from, you know, to the time that they retire. Like they had it set up and then something detoured, and yes, it was very disappointing. They weren't happy about it, but there's this inner knowing like, okay, for it to happen this way, something is up. There's a reason why that path was blocked off and I'm being forced to go in this different direction. Okay. I don't feel like there's a bitterness here. I don't feel like there's any kind of a resentment or anything like that. I feel like they are resting in knowing that the abundant universe is always providing. And I feel like they are resting in now, okay, in not knowing what the destination is going to end up being on this new path. But I feel like, you know, they have an immense amount of faith. Okay, we'll just put it that way. They have an immense amount of faith. All right, what else do you have? This particular deck, you guys, does not acknowledge reversals. So if you see me putting them on, oh wow. Okay, I say that because these two cards did come out for pile one. We got the Page of Wands, and then we also have the Nine of Swords. I'm always open to good news, and I trust the present moment. Yeah, they do. It very much feels very much that way. There may be some messages in pile one, you guys, that may be there for you, but the energy here is very different. Yeah. There is a slight difference in the energy between this pile and pile. Well, I shouldn't say slight. There's some differences there. It's really funny though, you guys. In pile one, it was the Two of Wands that came out, and it was in this order. So they had the Two of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Here we've got you guys with the Page of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and then the Three of Wands coming out at the end. It says, I have the energy I need to realize my goals. Yes, and I'm also hearing I have the energy that I need to start over again. There is kind of this sense, not starting over as in like they, you know, I'm for most of you, I'm not picking up that it's a situation where maybe they got married and started a family with someone else, and then that ended and they had to, you know, brand new home, brand new this, whatever. It feels more along the lines of like, you know, they had a plan on a specific career path they were going to take, and they didn't get accepted, or something happened where that path was blocked off. It doesn't even have to be that they weren't accepted. It could be that, you know, a family member got sick and they had to put those things on hold, or something like that. Okay. I'm not barring the, you know, like I said, it's a general reading. So it could be that your person, you know, that could be their story, that they got married and that marriage ended and they had to, like, you know, start all over again on a different path. For most of you, it feels like what I was talking about prior to that. Okay, what do they call it? The former. Yeah. I really just feel like, you know, they took a second, they did their grieving, as far as like, you know, letting go of the path that they had their sights on for so long. And then they were just like, okay, time to pick up and start walking down this path and going down this path, although they're not really quite sure what is at the end of that path. Okay, but they do know they have what it takes to make their goals happen. They do have a very cheery disposition, I will say that. Okay, their outlook is inherently, for the most part, optimistic. There is more of a somber energy to your person, pile two, than to pile one. Yeah, there just feels like I just feel like your person had to deal with more letdowns and disappointments in their life. Okay, so their energy feels a little bit more heavier than what pile one's energy did, but that really is neither here nor there. Your person they're moving forward. they have this innate knowing that things are happening for a reason, and that the reason, you know, that this path was blocked off is because there's something better for them over here. And they may not know what that is yet, but they do know there is going to come a point in time where they are going to feel thankful that this over here didn't work out. Okay, they do know that. They do know that. All right, let's move these over because we're going to get some more. We're going to find out, let's see what their challenging traits might be, like what you might perceive as challenging traits, because nobody's perfect, right? So let's see what are your challenging traits? What are your shortcomings? We'll put it like that. What are your shortcomings? I can be moody is what they're saying. I can be moody. I can brood a little bit. I do feel like they retreat quite a bit, okay? When they are feeling upset or disappointed, or they're dealing with, I'm telling you, I'm really feeling like they may have a lot of Mars dominant traits in their chart, possibly some Pluto. Like I said, I'm picking up on Scorpio energy, but I also feel like there may be some Saturn dominant traits too. So primarily Scorpio, Aquarius is coming through. We can kind of give like a side nod to Virgo's also coming through, although I know Virgo isn't. I keep saying Mars needs to be part of Virgo's chart too, but I know it's not. But we got Aries, Virgo, and Capricorn are also kind of like side nods in there, okay? They can be a little bit moody, and they can brood, and sometimes when they are feeling these heavier emotions, the way that they process them is they need alone time, okay? It's not that they are averse to talking things out, but it's like, first I need to process this emotion out before I have the ability to even talk about it. So it's like this, that, you know, people might take that personally, like, why won't you talk to me? Why won't you open up to me? And it's like, it's not that. And I can understand this from a personal standpoint. I know exactly what that's like when you are dealing with that heavy of emotion, because some people, everybody doesn't experience emotional energy the same way. This is what people don't understand. Certain types of, you know, there's certain types of energies that experience emotional energy, and it's very visceral, okay? And it's like we get overloaded, okay? And when we are in that emotional rawness, we can't even be touched. Like, you don't even touch. Don't touch me. Don't take it personal, but I'm that raw right now, and I need to be left alone so that I can filter some of this energy out. And then when it's more neutralized, then I can talk about it. Then we can hug it out or do whatever. You're like, don't take it personal. It's just, I need some space, because what I'm feeling right now, I'm overly emotionally stimulated, and it's got, you know, my mind and my body and everything else on high alert. I feel like that's how your person is too. They can brood quite a bit, you know. And I also feel like I'm hearing resting bitch face. I mean, you know, you can, however that might translate over for guys, I don't know, but it's like they wear their feelings on their face, you know what I mean? Yeah, so they can be moody, okay? They can brood. I'm seeing Edward Scissorhands. What? Oh my gosh. All right, let's get, what are your bad traits? Show me your bad traits. Show me your bad traits. They're like, I told you about it. Oh yeah, okay. 7 of Wands. They can feel, they may be perceived as being on the defensive quite a bit. Having to guard against, you know, always being on guard against something. What else? Defensive, determined, protective, challenging, opposing. They may have a hard time hearing is it's not necessarily, yeah, okay, especially with the death in reverse. See, there's a lot of Scorpio. There's Mars and there's Scorpio. There's Pluto and Scorpio. There's more Mars. Yes, they got a lot of Mars energy, you guys. Definitely a lot of Mars energy coming through. It does take them a minute. It's not so much that they hold grudges, but I don't know if they have a hard time or if they don't know how to actually really correctly, efficiently process heavy emotion, but they have a hard time moving on. But this isn't, I'm hearing days. Okay, so I'm not wanting to say like, oh, they hold on to grudges, like they're the kind of person that holds on to grudges forever. I know that Scorpios and Aquarius can kind of carry that kind of a that kind of a stereotype, but it's almost this energy like they can get stuck in their feelings. I'm hearing it can be for days, depending on what the issue is. Okay. And they do have a hard time letting things go. And with death being here right next to the Five of Cups and both of them being in reverse, I feel like this is part of what they are here to learn. And yeah, the path that they were on got blocked, but I feel like they're kind of here to also learn how to deal with their emotional body, their emotional self, okay? We're all, you know, we're all masculine, feminine energies. This person, though, feels very, like, their energy feels more emotion. They, not that they're an empath or anything like that, but when they feel things, they feel them very strongly. Okay, and it's funny with that energy coming through as being Scorpio and or Aquarius dominant, because there's this feeling here of where they're very private about what they're feeling. It's almost that makes a lot of sense. Okay, it's not so much that, you guys. It's not that they're not willing to talk about what they're feeling. Like I said, this is how they are being perceived. People are not understanding or realizing that initially when tempers flare or when an issue first arises, that's how they have to process the steam off of the top first, okay? And then they'll talk about it. See, people are just under the impression like your person doesn't want to talk about it at all, because the first reaction your person does is they disappear. Like, I gotta go for a walk, gotta go for a drive, gotta go, you know, maybe take a shower, soak in a bathtub, or do something. I gotta be alone. And that's just, so rather than check in with them later to see if they want to talk about it, you know, people just automatically assume they never want to talk about their feelings. That's not true. Okay? They're perfectly willing to talk about what it is they're feeling, just not at the very beginning. They have to process enough of it out first, so that they're not feeling so raw. And then when things are more neutralized, they'll be able to talk things out, I guess, or share what they're feeling, you know, stuff like that. All right, now we're gonna pick up on some, get some messages from them to you. Then we're gonna find out how you are going to be experiencing their energy. We'll clear this out too, but we're gonna leave the blue moon out there. I'm hearing too, a lot of you may be resonating with this reading, like where you feel like I am explaining you. And they're saying, yes, the two of you are very much alike, okay? And so that's why I think this is going to work so well with the two of you, because you're going to recognize, oh, okay, that's what's going on. It's not that they are neglecting you or anything like that. It's like you realize, oh, you're feeling your emotions, you're feeling quite raw right now, maybe even overly stimulated. You don't see a problem with giving them space to air out that emotional energy. And then I also feel like you are very emotionally intelligent as well. So when they are ready to talk about it, you know, and they feel like you're the perfect person to talk about it. Here we got stuck in a loop. Okay, yes, there's a lot of cards coming out. There's a lot of synchronicities between this reading and reading 1. I will say that there are probably only parts of pile 1 are going to resonate with you guys. But there are enough cards coming out in this reading so far. We had 2, here's 3, 4. We had about four of the same cards come out, okay, so far. What messages do you have for... Yeah, so we got lack of faith and guarded. So what they're wanting to say is they don't ever want you to feel like you're being left out in the cold. And here's the thing, I don't think that they ever will. I don't think you ever will feel like that. They do realize that maybe there is a different way they need to handle or process things. Like I said, I think that's part of what they're here to learn, because there is this sense of they do have a hard time moving on. But what I am being told, it's because they haven't really quite figured out how to effectively process flared emotion, okay? So they can get stuck in a loop for days, and it may take them a minute to, and even then it's like, yeah, it takes them a minute to get to like a neutralized space. And so what that may look like to somebody on the outside, okay, looking in, is this person's abandoned me, they've withdrawn their energy from me, they don't want to be with me. It's nothing like that. What's going on with this person is something happened, and they're basically isolating, okay, and they're realizing that this is not the way to go through. Like, it's okay to maybe take an hour or 2 or 3 or maybe even a day, you know, to process something heavy that has come up. But like, you don't just disappear from someone's life, at least someone that you are romantically involved with, you know, for days on end without any kind of contact. They see that, okay, they know that that's a pattern. And I do feel like they are trying to figure out how to be more effective and efficient at processing their emotion. I feel like this is already a pattern that they have been keyed into. And there's this message from them to you. It's like, if you happen to meet them and they are still in the process of trying to learn how to do that, they're just keying you, giving you a key. They're kind of tipping you off to what's going on. It's not that they don't want anything to do with you or they're ghosting you or anything like that. They're dealing with some heavy raw emotion, and they're having a hard time really processing it out and getting through it and neutralizing it and stuff like that, okay? Yeah. Okay, so what we are going to do now, how are you going to experience this connection with them? And they are going to learn, you guys, oh my gosh, okay. I'm telling you, we had these exact same cards here. These 2 cards came up in pile 1. So you definitely go back and check pile 1. Because you see me or hear me shuffling these cards and they come out like that. Like, what is going on? Okay, starting fresh and infatuation came out. Their love for you is going to definitely run deep, okay? I feel like the 2 of you may bond over music. You guys may share a lot of the same musical tastes. You may even have like the same favorite bands or favorite songs or, you know, favorite artists. There may be, okay, so there may be a time in the development of your connection pile 2 where there may be like a breakup or a separation, because we got starting fresh and then we have turning over a new leaf, okay? And that's the energy that's coming through. Okay, so this is another tip off, like where especially with them being on guard, this may come from their end, you guys. And I'll go ahead and look into that a little bit more so we can get some more information. But what they're saying is that if this happens, and heck, some of you may even be in the middle of a separation with somebody you thought you were going to get married to. This could be that person, you guys. Okay, that information is coming through. But this is just kind of a heads up, like this may happen. Okay, because we did have that card that came up, was it the Seven of Wands, about being on guard, and then we had this other one here about being guarded as well. So there may be, you know, they may be somewhat on guard for some reason. Their defenses may be up. It could just be a misunderstanding between the two of you where you're taking it the wrong way, but there is a sense here where there's a start and then there's a stop, like a separation, and then you guys come back together. And it's like you're starting fresh, you're starting anew, you're turning over a new leaf, and there's improvements and there's an attitude change for the better that finally leads you down this road of like getting engaged and getting married. Okay, that there is kind of like a heads up coming in here there. You know, which, you know, that's realistic, you guys. Not every single marriage or, you know, future spouse story is going to be, you know, perfect from beginning to end, you know. Realistically speaking, sometimes, you know, there can be bumps in the road getting you from point A to point B. But what I am hearing is during this separation, you are never going to be far from their mind at all. In fact, they're going to be reminded of you constantly. And it's in this absence or in this separation, you guys, that they truly understand your role in their life. Okay, and it's almost as if this absence was needed, or this separation was needed for them to realize, oh, pile 2 is my person. Like, for real, pile 2 is my person. Like, I can't even imagine going, you know, another day, another week, another month, let alone the rest of my life without my pile 2, right? I'm nosy, so all right, I'm nosy. So what we're gonna do, you guys, is we're gonna figure out like what is going on with this, you know, what triggers this separation, just, you know, so you guys can have a heads up, and then we'll end the reading there. Okay, you guys. If I did extended, this would be an extended reading. But I'm not there. I don't know if I want to do extendeds, but who knows. So this is your free extended reading. All right, what's going on with pile 2? What triggers this separation between pile 2 and their future spouse? And there is this understanding of, I feel like there's a misunderstanding. There's a misunderstanding here about something. We got the 3 of Cups coming up. Why is the 3 of Cups here? So the 3 of Cups can be talking about friendship, but we're talking about what triggers a separation. I am hearing a misunderstanding, and then we have, what is triggering the separation? Something could happen between the two of you, like an argument could get set off at, you know, maybe like a family get-together, or just like a friendly get-together. Yeah. I'm not picking up that it's going to be like a third-party situation. That's not the energy that I'm getting here, but there does feel there's a misunderstanding that comes up, and it feels like there's going to be a lot of people around. Okay? That causes a separation, a breakup, or something. And one of you walks away. Yeah. What's coming through, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if you... I don't know if you're touchy-feely, if you're the touchy-feely type, or maybe you're like really outgoing, pile two, or just people may take your friendliness as flirtiness. Like, and I don't know if maybe like you're still friends with an ex or something. There's this idea here that there's a misunderstanding though, like they read the situation wrong, okay? They may see what they think is flirting, or you may see what you think is flirting. There's something here about something being misread and misunderstood. Okay. Yeah. Somebody gets in their head about it. Somebody gets in their head about whatever happens at this get-together. Or, you know, a friend could be involved. Like maybe, you know, you see them, what you think is flirting, and you misread the situation, or that could be flipped, okay? And they get in their head about it, or you get in your head about it, and one of you ends up walking away, okay? There's almost this sense of like, why is the Six of Pentacles in reverse here? There's almost this sense of, you don't treat me that way, or you don't look at me that way, or almost like things are imbalanced, like, but it's all a misunderstanding though. That's what I'm hearing. It's a misunderstanding. You're not seeing things clearly, especially with this Eight of Swords here. Somebody's not seeing something clearly. They're seeing it completely skewed, okay? So that's what triggers the separation for you guys, all right? Anyway, we're going to end the reading there, you guys. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please do me a favor. Smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Also, be sure to comment below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what pile you picked. Also, be sure to share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. I will see you guys at your next reading. Thanks, pile 2. Hello, pile 3. You chose the green Moonstone, and we are back with another pick a card reading. Today we are opening up the channel for your future spouse. We're just gonna see how they come through, okay? This is who are you going to marry type of a pick a card. Keep in mind, you guys, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you want to book a private future spouse type reading, check the description box below. I have a couple of them available now. They're only $25. I email them to you. Yeah, and it's like one of my most popular readings on this channel anyway. So we're just gonna get right into it and see what we can find out about your future spouse. So we got the first quarter coming up here with challenges, time for action, break through old blocks and patterns, push through and stop at nothing, doing the work, momentum. We also got Saturn with discipline, slow and steady, delay, test, practicality, maturity, self-control, limits, endurance, structure, and tradition. So heavy Capricorn energy coming through here for your person. Very determined, stop at nothing, nothing gets in my way kind of a mentality. Very on task and on point. Very self-disciplined. Like I can see this person, and routine is very, not to say that routine is important, but it's almost as if they have things scheduled in their day, because it's almost like it's a mental health type of thing. Like I do feel that your person works out on a regular basis. Like I can see your person at the gym every single day or almost every day. Not so, I mean, yes, they look after their health kind of a thing, but it's also to kind of like burn off excess stress energy, just excess energy, what, you know what I mean? And so very self-disciplined, very structured, okay? Very stable, and very balanced. I am picking up on a balance with your person. I have more energies wanting to come through, but I'm going to go ahead first before we'll just see if the cards, what the cards have to say. Okay, I am seeing tradition, which is pointing more in the area of so King of Pentacles energy, also Emperor energy, okay? So they may be in Aries or have Aries in their chart. Definitely Capricorn active in their energy somewhere, okay? Or in their chart. They could be another earth sign too though, but heavy dominant Saturn energy, possibly even Mars energy. So I am picking up a little bit of Virgo. A little bit of Virgo, Aries, and Capricorn coming up so far for your person, okay? Let's get one more card. And I will say Aquarius is coming through, especially with this horse spirit here. Normally I would equate that to being Sagittarius, but I was already picking up on Aquarius energy, but kind of holding back on it. With Freedom is Yours coming out here, I'm like, okay, there's that Aquarius energy popping through. We got Make Your Dreams Real. There may be some Sag in their chart. There may be some Sag in their chart, you guys. Let's get a couple more cards from this deck for pile 3's. Future spouse, please. Who are you going to marry? Pile 3. What I'm hearing is like, yeah, because right off the bat with just these two cards, it almost feels as if maybe your person can feel a little bit stuffy, and that might be the first impression for those that don't really know your person very well. But I am picking up on this energy, especially with a little bit of splash of Sag in there, and whether or not they have Sagittarius in their chart, that is just kind of keying me in, because your person, I can hear them say I know how to have fun, I know how to let loose and let go, I know how to have fun, okay? So it's they play hard, they work hard, and they play hard, okay? It's not, some people say they work hard and then play harder. Your person is very balanced. They work hard and they play hard, okay? They know when to let loose and have fun. So it's they're not stuffy. They know what they want out of life, and they don't let anything get in their way, not even themselves, okay? Not even themselves. They don't let anything or anyone get in their way. Let's get a couple more cards from this deck for pile 3's future spouse, please. We've got Turtle Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. And then we got Peacock Spirit. You guys, I'm telling you, this is a really interesting balance of energies with your person. A really, really interesting balance, because I feel first impressions are probably going to be this person is just kind of stuffy. You know what I mean? And I just already told you how they, what the truth is about that. But what this is letting me know, it's they go fast when they need to go fast, and then they go slow. It's they know how to read energy. They know how to read the room. They know when to go full steam ahead, and they know when to pull their energy back. Okay, we got Peacock Spirit here with Let It Shine, and that's giving me ooh, flashy, flashy, which I am picking up on this energy where they are very humble. And they know when to be flashy. There are appropriate times to kind of flash, to be flashy, to let yourself shine, right? They know, see, they have a very interesting, healthy balance. They're not stuck in any one dynamic. They're very versatile, very versatile. Their energy feels very versatile, okay? A little bit of, yeah, a little bit of Leo. So really, I know he has some primary energy coming through, but there is a feeling of all 12 zodiac signs in here somewhere. There's just a balance of everything, okay? Your person knows when to work. They know when to play. They know when to be humble. They know when to be flashy. They know when to go fast. They know when to go slow, okay? They just very, very balanced, which I like. I like that energy. But I will say they are very successful, okay? Very successful. And I think probably too, their work is kind of like what has caused them to become so balanced. It was almost like it was a necessity or a requirement for them, okay? All right, let's get some more information for pile. And this particular deck, you guys, it is a tarot card deck, but it's not made for reversals. So if something pops up in the reverse, you'll see me put it in the upright position. Ooh, there's Aquarius energy coming out with the star. I'm inspired and positive about the future. Let's get some more for pile 3. Tell me more about yourself, pile 3's future spouse. 6 of Swords. I know that peaceful times will come. Yeah, and see, and they know when to stay, and they know when to move on. Like, they don't, you know, your person is just, oh, I like their energy, pile 3. I really, really do. Ace of Cups. I welcome new love and trust what it brings. Yes, your person is very open to love, okay? So right away I'm hearing like they're not closed off, to love at all. They're not afraid of commitment. They're not closed off of love. They're very balanced, and they know how to read the room, and they know how to read the situation. And I like their energy, pile 3. This is probably, up to this point, my favorite pile in this reading. Okay? And I hope at some point in the future, like months on down the road, when I forget what these readings are, I hope I pick this pile. Because sometimes I do watch my own pick a card readings. It's so funny. Because I'll be like, oh, wow. Like, I was on point about that. Anyway. I love that we have the star card here. Like, this is all very peaceful, healing. Dominant just did come through. Dominant energy. Huh, that's interesting. They're not pushovers at all. You know, they are an alpha, whether it's an alpha male or whatever. Okay, they're alphas. They definitely are alphas. They are certainly leaders and initiators. But again, they are very sensitive to the energy that's dominant at play, and they are very sensitive to the situation. They read things before they take action. Okay? They don't operate out of ego. That's the key thing here, you guys. They don't operate out of pride and ego. They operate out of, I feel like they're a very heart-based too. Like, yes, their hearts and their minds are very balanced, but you know, they read the situation, they read the room, and if there is an action or a step they have to take, they take into consideration all of the points, not just what they want, but what's in the best interests of everyone involved. They truly do love and care for people in general, okay? They're not, I don't know how I want to say this. They're not a people pleaser. That's not what this energy is, and I'm not even necessarily hearing that they are a people person per se. Very interesting with that energy right there, because your person does love and care for people quite a bit. They really do. They have a heart for people. We'll put it that way. Here it is. They're picky with their energy. They're picky with their energy. They're very careful about where they focus their attention and their energy on, and they're very careful with who they give their energy to. That's what it is, okay? They have a heart for everybody. I'm hearing the word philanthropist come through. I'm not even really, I of course have heard of that word. Not really too sure what it is. You might want to look it up. Philanthropist, okay? They have a love and a heart for people in general, and they are genuinely interested in, improving in whatever way that they can the quality of life for, people in general. But when it comes to their own private, social circle, they don't just open up the doors to their heart for anybody. They may be somewhat empathic and very sensitive to energy, because they are picky about who they let in their inner circle, okay? They don't just They can be friendly with everybody, but they're not that kind of person to have like a million friends and acquaintances and this and that. They're very picky with their energy, okay? And I do think, especially with the Star card being here, I think the reason why that is because I do feel at their core there's something very healing about your person, and I am feeling that there are a lot of people that want to pull on your future spouse's energy. That's why they have to be very cognizant about who they allow access, like who they allow to access their energy. Okay. And with this Ace of Cups here, I am hearing they have a lot of love to give. They have a lot of love to give. And they are very picky and choosy about who they give that love to. Now, they show love to everybody, right? You know, because love is both a feeling, but it's also an action. It's a verb. They show love and kindness to everybody. But when it actually comes to who they allow to attach to their, you know, their energy. There's the King of Pentacles coming up. Who they allow to attach to them, energy-wise, like who they allow to actually build a cord and, you know, to them. They're very, 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 very picky. Okay, they don't just let anybody in like that. We got the King of Pentacles here coming up with Taurus energy. Okay, so definitely, I was picking up on Capricorn, Taurus. Some Aquarius, especially Taurus with this turtle energy. I forgot to tell you that, but yeah, I was picking up on that already. Here we have, yeah, see, they don't just offer their cup of love to anybody because naturally, and this is kind of like how what people may perceive as like their drawbacks or their setbacks or their shortcomings. People may view your person as being somewhat closed off. Or slow to warm up. I am picking up on the energy that your person is quite private. They may be well known. I am picking up on this energy with you guys, pile 3, that your person is well known. Well known. I'm talking like maybe like a local, like celebrity status. Like they are well known. A lot of people, they may not know them personally, but a lot of people know your person. They know their name. They know, you know, and it may be through business or something like that. But the term local celebrity is coming up, so we're just talking about kind of like a low-key celebrity type of thing. I'm not saying the world star famous, but I do feel there are a lot of people who know who your future spouse is. They know their, you know, they can put a face, they can put a name to their face kind of thing, okay? There's this feeling here that they may be seen as somewhat, it may take them a while to make a decision. I'm going to re-pull these cards though. Give me a second. I do want to re-pull these cards. All right. What is pile 3's person's shortcomings? Because not everyone's perfect, right? What is pile 3's future spouse's shortcomings? What is pile 3's future spouse's shortcomings? Ooh. Okay, so we got the 6 of Swords in reverse. Interesting that we have the 10 of Cups coming up as a shortcoming. Why is the Marriage card here in terms of... They may have the reputation of running away from marriage,
Like maybe your person has been engaged a couple of times. More than once. It's what's coming up. Like, that may be why they have kind of like a certain reputation. Good news is on that, guys, is that, you know, nobody was ever left in the cold. I feel like if your person was engaged and then like that engagement fell through, I feel like it was mutual. Okay, because while it is seen, and to be honest, you guys, you know, if there was an engagement that was broken, your person may have been the one that was walked away from. I'm gonna be nosy, find out why. Like why, what happened? For those of you that it resonates with, Michelle's gonna be nosy right now. All right, so that's what it was. And I was picking up on that a little bit. For those of you, I do feel like your person, I'm not really quite sure, and maybe it's because they're doing the work. I feel like they had the propensity in the past, and this is maybe a lot of the reason why they are very picky now about who they give their energy to, because they may have been much more open with their energy in the past, and that's what's caused this situation right here. I have a feeling they had the propensity to draw towards them gold diggers, cheaters, liars, narcissists, things like that, okay? And it's not necessarily that your person was walked away from. It very could well be that your person was the one that broke off engagements, but it's because this devil energy, they were made aware of this devil energy, okay? Somebody, like whoever they were in connection with, like I feel like they just had this pattern of hooking their carts up or their wagons up to people who didn't have your person's best interest in mind. Okay, like they were just using your person for money, using them for clout, using them for resources or whatever, and that's why they ended up having to break off the engagement, because they weren't settling. And with the Five of Pentacles in reverse here, your person was really generous to whomever they broke up with. Like they didn't just leave that person high and dry. Okay, so if they were living with someone and they, you know what I mean, this is just a testament to your person's personality. They did not leave this person high and dry. They don't do that to people. So like if, you know, your future spouse was engaged to someone else and they were living together, your person made sure that the other person was set up. You know what I mean? It wasn't one of those things where it's just leaving them out in the cold. It wasn't like that. Even though they know that, you know, whoever this person was up to no good, or anything like that. See, that's what I mean. They don't operate out of pride and ego, okay? Even though this person didn't deserve to be treated like that by your future spouse, I mean, your future spouse, they're just inherently a good person. They have a good heart. They have a heart for people, even when those people are not inherently lovable, okay? They don't see anyone as being unlovable. I have a feeling like, yeah, I do feel like your person's, like, I feel like they're highly evolved as a soul, okay? To the point of where it's like, yeah, they deal with this person maybe cheating or lying, gaslighting, maybe using them for money, gold digging and stuff like that. And they're able to look past those programs that these people are operating out of, okay? And into the core of who they are and be like, okay, I can see why you are the way that you are. I'm not going to punish you for having a crappy program. Okay, that kind of a thing. All right. So people may view your future spouse as being gullible because of, you know, they may have, that may have been a very public, it may have been a very public relationship, or it may have played out in the public eye to some degree. And so it could be very well like your person may be seen as, you know, as someone that attracts people like that, okay? Which may be kind of like a hurdle that the two of you may have to overcome when you start dating, because then it's like people are going to be waiting for you to turn out to be just like the other people were. Let's see, we're going to get some messages from them to you. Then we are going to find out how you're going to experience their energy. What messages do you have for pile 3? This union is going to be very unexpected. Like, it's going to hit both of you guys out of nowhere. Like, you're not looking for it. So there's this energy of you're not looking for it. It happens out of nowhere. It's unexpected. It's not, you're not going to meet this person like on a dating app or anything like that, because I feel like I said, it's unexpected. You know, you were just out shopping one day and you bump into each other at like a clothing store or the gas station or the grocery store or whatever. You know, you're out walking one day, you're not watching what you're doing, and you bump into them, you know, something like that, a coffee shop or whatever. It's very unexpected. Happens out of nowhere. That's, you know, it could even be like, you know, you go to the same friend event, you know, every week or so, and this person just shows up, you know, oh, by the way, I met, you know what I mean? Who knows? Unexpected. Give me a couple more cards from this deck, please. Frequency. Wishing well. There's a lot of excitement in the air. You awakened a new life in them that has them lost in a field of possibilities. And then we got frequency with they are aligning to the frequency of love and operating at a high frequency vibration with openness to receiving. Yeah. I am feeling at the point that you do meet this person, pile 3, that they are going to be fully healed and moved on from, you know, whatever experiences they had with, you know, romantic interests of the past. There's not going to be any hang-ups here. Okay, when they meet you, they are going to be very emotionally available. Okay, and they are going to be very excited about you. You guys are going to be very excited about each other. With this wishing well here, this is giving me the energy of like you're everything they wished for and more. And it's going to be, then the sentiments I feel are going to be mirrored back by you. Like you're going to feel the exact same way towards them. And both of you guys are being energetically aligned to each other at this time. Okay. What else do I want to do here? What did I move that back there for? Here. We're going to see how you are going to experience them in this connection going within. First thing I thought when I saw this was the rose. They're going to be that kind of person that is going to give you flowers. There's going to be a lot of gift giving, a lot of thoughtful gifts given, notes given. Like they're going to be the kind of person to like leave notes for you, you know. They are going to be very generous with their words and their gifts, you know, words of expression. They're going to express how they feel to you very openly and very freely. With withdrawn here, I'm not picking up on this energy where they withdraw from you. There's this energy here with the two of you kind of being in your own little world. And I'm not saying it's going to be, it doesn't feel unhealthy, but it's this thing like when the two of you are together, there's no one else in the room. There's no one else in the world. It's just the two of you. That song, Just the Two of Us, I can't remember. It's an old song. It's coming up. Clean up with letting go of what no longer serves you. So when you meet this person, pile 3, I am kind of picking up there may be a lingering energy for you that this person is just going to kind of help. Like you're going to be like, you know, if you're getting over a past breakup or something really, I'm hearing tragic, okay? Something really tragic. This person is definitely going to help you to finish healing over that, okay? Let's get one more card. Oh, that's cool too. Like this person's going to help you clean up a lot of things in your life. If you've got debt, maybe they might help you clean up that debt. I'm just seeing like sweeping away of things, okay? And having this brand new fresh start with this person in whatever way they can do that. So, you know, I do feel like your person probably does make a really good living. They make a lot of money. And so they are going to be able to kind of help you like clear away any financial debts that you might have, especially if they are sensing that that debt is weighing heavily upon you. Otherwise, if debt's not an issue for you, there's just this feeling where just their presence in your life, you know, meeting them is going to help clear away some of the remaining emotional and mental baggage that you may have picked up over the years, okay? You may meet them in the winter time. Okay, winter may be significant to this connection. I'm hearing fall and winter. Okay, it's like that's going to be the two. I don't know if that's when you're going to meet, if that's going to be a favorite time of year for you guys. Yeah. And I don't, you know, I read the energy, you guys, and sometimes cards will pop up and, you know, like, so this says here, like, no progress or frozen. I'm not getting that energy from this reading or this person or this card even at all. It's more like just kind of giving you a heads up. I really do feel there's something about the fall and the winter time that is going to be like your guys' favorite, you know, that's your favorite seasons for some reason. If you're like in the, if you celebrate Christmas or you celebrate the holidays or anything like that, like, both of you are going to be kind of on tradition in that way. Very traditional, you know, loving spending the holidays together. Like that's going to be a thing for you guys, okay? All right, you guys, I'm going to end the reading there. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please do me a favor, smash that like button for me. Definitely comment below. Let me know which pile that you picked. Let me know what you thought. Share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. I will see you guys in your next reading. Thanks, pile 3. Hi, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. We are looking into who you're going to marry. Okay, so we're just going to open up the channel, let your future spouse's energy come through, just kind of see how they're going to present themselves, get a feel for what their energy is like. We are going to tap in to see, you know, what maybe some shortcomings they may have, because I like to keep things realistic. No one's perfect, right? And then just some messages they may have for you, along with how you are going to be experiencing them in your relationship. Okay, so you guys chose the Petrified Wood Stone. Just keep in mind, you guys, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. If you want to book a private reading with me, you know, so we can tap into your energy and your future spouse's energy, check the description box below for booking details. There's a couple of readings available. They're only $25 and they get emailed to you, okay? So let's jump in here and see what we have as far as your person is concerned. Right off the bat, I'm hearing Libra, heavy Libra energy. Very attractive too. They do a lot of grooming. First impressions are very important to your person. I'm not saying they're superficial, but they definitely are into outward appearance. Okay, so we've got ascendant here with first impression, style, role, the public mask, outlook, impact, attitude, approach, aura, and appearance. And then we have the air element with communication, thoughts, travel, news, gossip, being in the clouds, head over heart, aloofness, and motion. I'm not picking up too much on like detachment. I am kind of picking up a warmth to your person's energy, but for some reason, and I'm pretty sure we'll find out why that is as we get into deeper into your person's energy. For some reason, they may be in the public eye, you guys, quite a bit. They may be out and about quite a bit, and they know that future impressions are everything because, you know, that's just how we are, right? We deal with people's pride and egos every single day, and whether we like to admit it or not, we do tend to judge a person based off of first impressions, and it can be very difficult to change your impression of somebody after the first impression. So, but I do feel too, though, that they do like wearing nice things, okay? They do like keeping their hair neatly trimmed and styled and done. You know, if they are a feminine or if they are a female or somebody that wears makeup, they're probably one of those people that never leave the house without having their hair and makeup done. Nails always freshly painted, or, you know, there's something about their appearance they keep up with. Well, not something about their appearance, they just keep up on their appearance. So they're going to be somebody too that is very conscientious about their physical health as well, okay? Okay, so let's see, what else do we have here? Coyote spirit with trust in divine detours. We got scarab beetle spirit with magic works through you. Let's see, what else do we have here? I love how the colors here, they're both, look how the color schemes here are almost identical. I like that. And my attention is being brought to 16, the number 16 and 52. You guys, normally I don't do that. So the number 16 and the number 52 may be significant. They both break down to 7. Nice. So there may be double 7s. You may notice like 77 quite a bit. They may be like a life path 7. 1977 could be like a significant year, like the year they were born, so they may be like in their mid 40s by now, or like the date July 7th may be significant, or the month of July. Interesting. Let's get a couple more cards from this deck for pile 4. We got frog spirit with clear out the clutter. Yeah, you see, so that is really interesting. Like, okay, so like outward appearance and first impressions are very important to your person, but I do feel there's a lot more going on beneath the surface than just that. Like, I feel there's a purpose to it. Like, yeah, they do appreciate, you know, like dressing up nice. And I'm talking like designer clothes, you guys. Like, your person has no problem like dropping, you know, a couple, why am I hearing a couple grand? I was going to say a couple hundred. Your person may be making a lot of money, you guys. They have no problem dropping some money on clothes. Here we got turkey spirit with give with gratitude and grace. Yeah, so there isn't, I don't feel like your person, like they're doing this out of, like, I don't think it's superficial. It may have something to do with, they may be in like, not human resources, what do they call it? Public relations. They may be in public relations. They may be, especially with this communication card here, they may be in the public eye. They may be in news and media. They could be, you know, the face of a particular brand or something like that, okay? It's like they always have to put their best face forward because I feel like they may be on camera quite a bit, on camera, in photos, out in the public quite a bit, okay? And they know that first impressions mean a lot because they are constantly dealing with people's pride and egos. Everybody has it, right? To different degrees, of course, but and that's funny, I'm having throat chakra issues here with communication coming up. What is going on? Huh. I'm actually going to look into that because there is a message that might be wanting to come through. They may be in a very cutthroat industry where people may try for whatever reason to like quiet their voice. All right. They're very charming. Especially with the magic works through you. I feel like your person is very aesthetically pleasing. And I also feel like there's something with their smile. They're very charming. People love their smile. And I'm hearing like they can work magic. Like there may be, they may have the ability to open doors that most other people cannot. But I do feel there is a humbleness to your person. Okay. We've got Two of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles coming out. I calmly make the best possible decision. I trust my ideas and my direction. I do feel like your person does have very much an eye towards the future, okay? I feel like their reputation, like how they come off is actually, I feel people may think this person is very shallow and superficial, but there's a lot going on beneath the surface with this person. It's almost like they're like, I have, you know, this is how I have to appear. I have to look this way. Not that they don't want to, but it's like it's almost a requirement. There is this feeling like, you know, they dress up a lot more than what they would like to, but they do it because they're constantly in the public eye. And that's, see, I keep having throat chakra issues. I protect what matters to me. They do make a lot of money, you guys, and they do put a lot of their money in investments. People may think your person is like not that smart. And I'm hearing that your future spouse actually uses that to their advantage. Okay, but I actually do feel like they are actually really, really smart, very intelligent. And they almost like, they just let people, they have no problem letting people think what they're going to think of them. They're not a pushover. So you guys, there's kind of this reputation with your person where, I don't know, like I feel you're going to be very surprised. Very surprised, because you may know this person based off of like their public image, or you know, just whatever your first impression may be, or their reputation, and then you get to know them and you're like, whoa, I never would have figured, you know, you're this kind of person, or you're into those kinds of things. You may come to find out that this person is actually very spiritual, definitely very humble. But like, you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't think that you were into those kinds of things. It's almost like there's so much beneath the surface than what most people are able to even catch on to or tap into with them. Okay, interesting. Yeah, what I'm hearing them say is people get me wrong all the time. People are constantly judging them. They're like, you know, they judge them wrong. People get them wrong all the time. Huh. Very misunderstood, too, I'm hearing, for some reason. Very misunderstood. There may be a lot of people that are jealous and envious of your person, pile 4, because there is this energy here of people, like someone or a lot of someone's or something, like them trying something or someone trying to silence them. They may have a platform where they expose, they expose some things about, existing societal structures or something. They tell the truth where the truth may not be welcome or something like that. And people, that truth may affect are wanting this person to not tell that truth. Something along those lines, okay? What's this person's shortcomings or downfalls? Actually, that wanted to come up in the reverse, but we'll keep pulling. What is their shortcomings or downfalls? Yeah, they're seen as being a pushover. They're definitely seen as being a pushover. There's kind of a dichotomy of energies here, an interesting dichotomy of energies, because they are seen as being a pushover, but at the same time being kind of stubborn, where it's like, I guess it's just the way different people, it depends on what people's business is or issue is with your person. But I guess that can be kind of the nature. I was going to say of a Libra, but I don't know. I don't have too much experience personally with Libras. I'm not sure if Libra, maybe it's just very confusing. Like I said, people, or like they said, people get them wrong quite a bit. There's almost this energy of them coming off as blah, like blah, blah, blasé about things, just kind of indifferent. Yeah, like superficial. But I mean, as far as like shortcoming goes, that may be the feeling that they convey. Like, why aren't you taking things more seriously? Stop being a doormat. Start taking things more seriously. And don't be so stubborn, you know what I mean? Kind of like that. Let's see, what else? What more shortcomings? One more card for pile 4, please. I feel like your person does a lot of talking for their job, and so it's almost like, I don't know. They may also, too, if they do a lot of talking or singing or something like that, they use their voice quite a bit. They may have to actually take breaks where they conserve their voice. That's such weird, direct, very detailed information, okay? They can be seen a little bit too as being somewhat emotionally immature with the Page of Cups here. Like I said, childish, okay, is definitely coming through, because with this apathy card here with this Page of Cups together kind of gives me that feeling of like a young child being really stubborn, you know what I mean? Like not really quite, it's like they tell you they want something and then you get it, you give it to them, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, they have a meltdown because, I don't know, maybe, for those of you that have kids, I don't, if you don't, maybe you've heard of this happening quite a bit, but, toddlers they melt down over the silliest stuff. Like, oh, how dare you give me my, sippy cup of milk in a purple cup when you know that I like pink. You know what I mean? It's like, you didn't know they like pink. It's just, you know, silly stuff like that. And it may be kind of like, that may be one of their shortcomings where they can get like that in certain situations where it's like, that escalated quickly, kind of a thing. Like, really? Did you have to take it there? I'm not picking up on energy where they are cutthroat, where, you know, they will be mean. It's just almost this kind of throwing a fit or throwing a tantrum kind of energy where it's like, grow up kind of energy, you know what I mean? But I'm just keeping it real with you guys. Not everyone's perfect. And so there's this dual energy of this person not being a pushover and at the same time kind of having this childish way sometimes. Like, there may be certain triggers where you're just like, you're acting like a child, you know what I mean? And so it's almost like there is some area, maybe especially emotionally, where they're needing to grow up, or they're needing to learn how to use your words type of thing rather than throw a fit, you know what I mean? All right, so what we're gonna do now, you guys, is get some messages from them to you. All right, messages from them to you. What happened to my message cards? Here we go. All right, what messages do you have for pile 4? You got slipped away. Though they never had you, to them you will always be the one that got away. They regret the chances they didn't take. I read the energy and things, you guys, so I'm not gonna take these messages like verbatim as they are written. I'm just gonna get kind of an overall message from, I am picking up on this energy where it's like, they're going to know to seize this opportunity with you. They're going to make sure that they don't let you get away, okay? With slipped away, that's giving me that image of them, you know, like Cinderella and that whole thing where the prince finally, you know, he's dated around, or not dated around, but, you know, he had this ball and he was presented with all these different suitors and he was just very unhappy. Almost that 4 of Cups energy with these people, like, you know, refusing, right? Refusing what was being presented to him. And then here you come, you know, here you come, and all of a sudden it's like their eyes and their ears perk up and like, ooh, who is that? You know, it's like you weren't even presented to them. They kind of saw you somewhere just minding your own business, maybe off in the background, and they're like, who is that? You know, where do they come from? You know what I mean? It's kind of that energy. I feel like they're probably going to notice you before you notice them, okay? They're going to notice you before you notice them. Yes, see, with discovery there too. Yeah, that's so cute. And there is this energy where they're going to be like, okay, who is that person? You know, how can I find out? So, you know, someone give me more information on that person. You know, who are they? What's their name? You know, stuff like that. They're going to want to know everything about you. Okay, we also have Divine Blueprint with, they are going within to find their higher purpose and discover the meaning of life in this connection. I do feel like your person is on a spiritual journey, pile 4. Okay. They may have you may even be surprised to find out that they may have gone on like spiritual retreats, or maybe they have done like, you know, plant medicine or DMT or some, you know, what do they call it, psychedelics, in search of a higher meaning, okay? You may be very surprised to learn that about this person. With discovery here, we have they saw or heard something that turned their sense of reality upside down, left them feeling powerless and trapped. Yeah, it's this, I feel like there was a catalyst, some kind of a catalyst to their spiritual awakening. Okay, that's why I'm saying there's so much beneath the surface, and they may very well have started out being very shallow. They could have started out that way, okay? But then something happened that served as a catalyst, and now their eyes and their heart and their mind has been opened, and it's like they're realizing there's so much more to life than, you know, material materialistic things, although I don't feel like it's more like they're materialistic in that sense. I do feel like there's more to a person, we'll put it that way. There's more to a person than what they look like, how they dress, how they present themselves, and stuff like that. Okay. What's that soul do? That's kind of that energy, right? Like, yeah, you know, you look good, but what's that soul do? You know, it's almost this, they're coming to a space that they haven't gotten there yet, where it's like, physical looks, like if that's all you have to bring to the table, they're not going to be interested. Okay. It's almost like they're bored with that now. Not to say that they ever, you know what I mean? But it's just that energy that they're carrying around now. It's like, you know, maybe they're around attractive people, or they meet attractive people all the time. And it's just like, there's almost this yawn bored. I'm bored with that. You know, what's beneath that? Let me see the colors of your soul. You know what I mean? And so there's definitely a lot more to your person than what a lot of people know. Okay. They may keep this spiritual awakening stuff kind of on the down low, not to say that they hide it, right? But they may not broadcast it. All right, let's see, pile 4. How does pile 4 experience this connection, this marriage, this relationship with their future spouse? Oh man, now this one did want to come out. Reaching out, yes, okay. Yeah, you guys, I am feeling like somehow they noticed you before you noticed them, okay? And they will be the one to reach out to you quite often. Like, I am feeling like you're not going to have to chase this person, you know. They're going to be open, very open with their communication. So, you know, if you're somebody that values, you know, someone that texts you back within a reasonable amount of time, they're that way. They're the kind of person that is very open with their communication. They let you know what they're thinking and what they're feeling. Let's get a couple more cards from this deck. I'm hearing 4. Wow, really? Or you want 4 total? Okay. Let's get 3 more cards. I guess 5 wouldn't have been so bad. Oh, that one wants to come out. Reconciliation. Well, I was a little bit picking up on that energy for some of you. This may be a past love returning. Okay, repairing, rebuilding, mutually agreeing to leave what was in the past. Make believe, thinking this may be too good to be true. Let's get one more card. Summer, maybe. And that's that warmth energy I was talking about too, that I was feeling right beneath the surface of your person, pile 4. But the summertime may be significant to this connection as well. You may meet during the summer months. Okay, this is a timeless reading, so, you know, just depends on where you're at as far as timing goes. But there is this energy, like, for some of you, this does feel like an old love coming around. But if that's it, then there may have been quite a considerable amount of time has passed since the two of you have been together. Like, I do feel you may have known this person. For those of you that resonate with this particular part of this reading, you may have known this person when they were very immature, very superficial. You may have known them to be somebody that was, you know, all about looks, and, you know, that was all they cared about. Was, you know, they didn't care about what was beneath the surface. They only cared about what you looked like, right? And when you meet them again, it's like they still look very much the same on the outside in terms of like they still dress up to, you know, up to date as far as trends go. They're still keeping up with, you know, like they still look as good now as they did back then. Like you can tell they still keep up with the trends. They still wear nice clothes. You know, they still keep up with, you know, hair, makeup routine, stuff like that. But then you realize like something has dramatically changed with this person's personality. They are not inwardly the person that you knew. Okay, for those of you that don't have that storyline with this person, it's just one of those things where it's like, how does someone that fine, you know, get to be this spiritual? Like, it's almost like, you know, slap me, am I dreaming? Or, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of an energy. And with reconciliation, for those of you, this is not somebody from your past that you're going to be reconciling with. We do have the energy here of mutually agreeing to leave the past in the past. It's almost like we're not going to bring past baggage from past relationships or experiences into this new relationship. We're going to check all of that baggage, all of those misconceptions. We're going to leave all of that at the door and treat this as what it is, a brand new connection. It's like you're not going to, right off the bat, think this person's going to cheat on you because they, you know, why would you? They haven't given you any, especially if it's brand new, they haven't given you any reason to think that they would, right? A lot of the times what happens though is we come into relationships with an existing filter, and we are looking for this person to do what the other person did, although they are two completely different people, if that makes any sense. Okay, all right, pile 4, that was your reading. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please do me a favor, smash the like button for me. That's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Also, be sure to comment below. Let me know what pile you picked. Let me know what you thought. Share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. I will see you at your next reading. Thanks, pile 4.